Hello and welcome to the Plays the Thing. My name is Matt, and in today's video I'm starting a playthrough of Mythwind, playing the craft. And I just unboxed this yesterday. Interested to play this, especially in terms of where it's going to go with events and adventures and all the unknown things about this, because you know I like a legacy game. But yeah, we will see. I had a little go at the Ranger this morning and it was messing with my mind a little bit, trying to work it out. But yes, let's get jolly well to it. So we'll go to the table and might just have to straighten a couple of things up. Let's give me some more room. So I've just jiggled things around. So I've reset everything because I had a little test playthrough. So in Mythwind, you can solo this game. I'm playing the Crafter. There are 4 characters in the base game, and I'm playing the Crafter. So we're crafting materials. We're using canvas, paper, leather, birch, cedar to craft items, and we can make backpacks, scrolls, boots, hammers, and curios. And basically, there are rounds which are dictated by the weather cards and seasons. I think that's pretty good actually. I'll just show you my board. So at the moment, although it's difficult to see and there's no other way of doing it, you're automatically given 2 things. So I have 1 cedar and 1 canvas, and basically I can sell these things. So I can refine materials, moving them up these slots, and they can be sold and get more money, or I can make up requests which give me money and actions as well. So for example, these scrolls, if I have 2 sets of paper at level 2 and 1 leather at level 1, I will get 2 coins plus the I don't know what they called it, the reputation that is for scrolls. And at the moment, I don't know if you can see that, there's little turntables under here. Reputation is 1. We can upgrade these reputations by spending made things, and these little things turn round. So then we will get 2 coins. So we can slowly upgrade things. This is a very sort of cozy, chilled out game. There's no fighting or anything like that. So yeah, I've just got a new Patreon. So if you're watching this and want to support me on Patreon, I've got 3 tiers. One that's free for 7 days, and then £3, and that just helps me keep going. Because I need the help. So thank you if you do that. So I think rather than explaining all the rules, we'll just dive into it. So the first thing we do is we do the dawn phase. And the dawn phase, we determine weather. And the way we do that is we draw a weather card from the top of the deck, which has been shuffled. And we look at this weather card. Actually, we'll look at it. Let's do that as well. So we look at it here. And this weather card is sun. And it has on it a specific action, which is move up the construction crew. Now, queue. We don't have anything constructed at the moment, so that won't come in. But this goes into a pile on its own, and we'll keep drawing these. And the seasons, certain seasons may give us certain benefits if we draw cards in a certain order. So we've determined the weather. We check the season effect, which we haven't got 3 of these yet, so we can't do anything with that. We resolve the weather effect. Well, we can't move up anything on that track. So then we go to daytime. So we perform a town action. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 town actions at the moment. Well, actually, we can go to the longhouse as well and do something there. And the town actions are, and this one is improve the town, discover a land. This one we can hire some workers. This one we can adventure, so we go off and draw an adventure card, which I have over here. And this one we can construct buildings, so that means we can get buildings from here, which there are only 2 we can construct at the moment. And they are a trading post and a general store. And in a 1 to 2 player game, we have to spend resources. So we have income, production, food, and culture. And for the trading post, we need a longhouse, which we have. And we need to spend 1 production, 1 income, 2 production, and 1 culture to start building the trading post. And the general store is 2 income, 1 production, and 1 food. So those are the 2 we could build. Before we need to do that even, we need to clear a space, one of these spaces, and we can do that as well here at the Improved Town, Discover Land. Improved Town, we can also pay 5 to move, well, pay certain amounts to move these up, and depending on what character we're playing. Okay, so what I'm going to do first, and I'll tell you why, we have 10 coins, so I'm going to go here. I just want to find out what that action is specifically. So this is hire, and hire we can spend 2 coins to hire 1 of these workers or sprites, or 5 coins to hire 2. And there are 2 here automatically, and I happen to roll them and they both 3. So I'm going to spend 5 coins and get these 2, and they go into my little tray there. So that is the town action. And then I get to perform a character action. And a character action, I basically get to perform 1 of these things across the whole of the thing. And I can have skills here as well, which I can buy, which I can put in these spaces. So I know that I need paper for this request. And with the town action, we have to have an alignment for every action we do as a town action, as a character action. And we have sprites or workers. But with the hire action, we can have either. And you can see here, there's sprites in blue, workers in orange. But I need paper, which is a sprite action. So we will do this one. So now we are aligned with sprites. So we can restock or sell. So I'm going to restock. So I put 1 paper into my bag. And my bag already has 1 each of all the different things that we have. So that is that action. And we don't have a skill there, so we don't have a skill. So then we've restocked ourselves, so then we resolve a skill, which we can't. Then we gather materials. So gathering materials, we draw 3 materials from our bag and place them in the inventory, which is here. So 1, 2, 3. We're more likely to draw paper because we've got 2 paper in there now. And indeed we have. So we've got leather, canvas, and paper. So I definitely need 2 papers at level 2. So what I can do now is refine materials. So I can begin by moving a material from the inventory slot to the first refinement slot, or I can advance, place the material in the draw bag, then move a matching material in the refinement slot to the next highest refinement slot. So I know that I want to have leather at level 1 and 2 sets of paper at level 2. So I'm going to advance both of these. I can have, I think it's 5 in these slots. Not sure. It's 4 or 5. I've only got 4 in there. And then with this one, because I've got 1 canvas here, I'm going to put this back in my bag and advance this canvas 1 spot. So that's my refined materials. And then we can perform worker actions. So worker actions, we can use our dice to do other things. Now we only do this part of this section with these. We wouldn't activate skills. So I think I'm going to use, I definitely need more paper. So I'm going to use one of my sprites, and I knock this down to 2. So this is the strength of this sprite, basically. Put it in here, and I'm going to put more paper into my bag. So I put another one into my bag. And then I think I might put another leather in there because I want to be able to, I don't need to advance that really. So I could sell something. If I sell something, yeah, so if I use this sprite, I would have to sell something that corresponds to one of the things. And the reason I would think about selling is this action is a draw request. So I draw a new request, so I would have 2 available to me. Or I could just not use this one. I'm not going to use it. So that's the end of my worker action. So then we go to the next phase, which is dusk. And in dusk, we return our character. We return workers. So this one goes back. And then a unique action for the crafter is I can fulfill requests. So I need 2 paper at level 2, which I'm nowhere near, and 1 leather, which I have. So we can't fulfill any requests. So that is the end of that day. So we go back to the top, so we draw another weather card. And this weather card is rain. So we'll put that under the other one. We don't have any season effect because we don't have 3 cards yet, and we don't have a weather effect on this card, so nothing happens. So we go to daytime again. So again, we're going to perform any town action. Now we have something we need to do, and we will get a benefit at the end of this season. And this top one, these have been shuffled, they're like 7 cards. Each character must go on 1 adventure. So I could do that. I could also clear a space. I think I'm going to clear a space first. So I will go to the refined materials spot, which is a sprite spot. So I can only do a character action in the sprite section, which is fine. And I'm going to clear a space. So I spend 5 coins to do that, which I have 5 coins, and I'm just going to pick 1. So I'll pick 13. And that gives us a benefit, which is another food. So the food goes up to 2 on the track. And that actually is out of the game. So now we've cleared a space to be able to put a building. Unfortunately, the general store and the trading post don't need 2 food. General store needs 1. So that is my town action. And then I perform my character action. So I'm going to put more paper into my bag because I need a lot of paper. So I'm going to do that. And then we gather materials again. So draw 3 materials from my bag. 1, 2, 3. Got some paper. And some birch. And some cedar. So I think we could look at skills as well. All these skills need something in a 3 spot. And one of them needs working fast, needs birch, and that would advance things automatically. So I think let's use this birch and put it back in the bag to advance the other birch. Sorry, cedar, not birch. And then I'll use the paper to advance this paper. And then this birch, I think we'll just advance. Okay, so now we are on to worker actions. So something I haven't explained is there are, for the crafter, there are 2 extra spots that no one else has. And one of those is an advance action, so we can move one of these up for free. And the other one is gather materials. So I think this gather is draw 1 random material from the draw bag and place it in the inventory slot in the workshop. So I can use that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this down to 1 and put another paper into my bag, because paper is what I need. And then this one I'm going to knock down to 2, and I'm going to gather just the 1, see what I get. Okay, we got another cedar. Okay, so that is the end of my daytime actions. So we will return our character, return our workers, and if we could, we would fulfill a request, but we can't. Getting closer to it, we've got one paper in position 2. So that is the end of that day. So we continue. So I'm going to draw another card. So now we have 3 weather cards in a row. We have sun, rain, sun. And if you look at this here, there are 3 different sets. For spring, it's clouds, sun, cloud, rain, 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 sun, clouds. And that would make something happen. But we haven't got that combination in our cards. So nothing happens. We resolve a weather effect, but there is no weather effect on that one. So we go to daytime, perform our town action. I think I'm going to go on an adventure. So I go up here. So when we go on an adventure, we look under this card, and there are certain ones that we've been told to put here. And we draw the top one, and we read it. So this is: the ruins of an old collapsed building sit at the base of the mountain. There's no telling how deep it goes, but today you're going to explore it. It's a big job. You probably shouldn't do it alone. Gain a sprite. Now that means gain a sprite dice to here. So we roll it, and it's a 2. So now we have another sprite dice, which is cool. You may pay 2 coins to hire a worker. But I don't have 2 coins. I don't have any money, actually. In order to have them join you on this exploration. What does that mean? Oh, you have to decrease them 1 for them to join you on their exploration. They don't anyway. Ah, right, okay. So I can't do that. So then we turn the card over. This is slightly different to what I've seen before, but that's cool. Total number of villagers or sprites helping. So I'm a little bit confused by this. Okay, so I think I can hire basically my workers. So I'm going to do that. So that one goes down by 1, so it's now 0. This one goes down by 1. So I've hired 2. So we flip this over. Total number of villagers or sprites helping you: 0, 1, 2. In addition to a little treasure, you find a lost sprite inside and guide it home. So that symbol means higher sprite die. Not sure about this, if I'm going to be honest. So I'm just going to look, see if there's any. Mythwind exploring the ruins. Okay. You may pay 2 coins to hire either worker type from the tower, clasping hand icon. You may take any workers from your personal area and reduce their value by 1. Total number of workers that are helping you, this will count. Results, all hiring is from the tower and it is free. At least we played it that. When we saw the clasping hand icon, we took it to mean that you gain a worker of the indicated type. If it says pay X coins to gain a worker, then you have to pay, of course. Hopefully we're right about this. You've got it correct. Okay. Jolly good. So, in addition to a little treasure, you find a lost sprite inside and guide it home. So, we gain this worker, and we gain 5 coins. And then we are aligned now with villagers. So that card goes out of play. These 2 have been used. So we've gone on an exploration and we've gone on an adventure. So what we do is we mark this card with one of these tokens. So we know that we've done it. And that will be sorted out at the end of this season. So then we're doing our character actions. Sir. I think we're aligned with villagers this time. So I think we will... What have we got here? Maybe we could do some more leather. So we'll do leather. So we'll put 1 leather into our bag. And then we gather materials. So we draw 3 more. Good, we've got paper again. So now we get to resolve all of these. Great, okay, so I'm going to put paper in here. And then I'm going to refine it. So this paper goes up again. And then we don't need canvas at the moment. What do we need canvas for? So I think I'm going to refine this canvas here. So this goes back in the bag. And then we do have some cedar. So I'm going to refine that cedar as well. Put that up to 3 spot in refining. Okay, so I think we're ready. Yes, we are. Okay. So we have refined the materials and now we perform worker actions. We've only got this one. So if we're heading towards this working vest, we need more leather now. So can we get... No, we can't get to leather. We need paper in 1. Oh, we need paper. Okay. So we still need paper. So I'm going to knock these down to 1 and put this last paper in there. So that's the end of our worker actions. So then we return our character, return our workers. So these 2 come back. Well, this one that is now blank gets rolled. And it's a 2, so it goes back there. And then we get to fulfill requests. So this request, we need 2 papers at level 2, which we've got. And we need 1 leather at level 1, which we also have. So these go back to the supply. And we gain these benefits. So we get 2 coins plus the reputation coin value for scrolls. So here we've got scrolls and it's 1. So we get 3 coins. So now we're back up to 8 coins. And we also get to sell something. And I presume we don't have to do this. Can perform a draw request card action. Yeah. I think, what have we got here? Let's sell this. So we're going to sell this for 1 coin. And we also get to do a gather action, which is just drawing 1 from our bag and putting it in our reserve. Yeah, so this goes back into our reserve as well. So we fulfilled a request. So this card now kind of becomes a request we've done. So we can now dispense with these to move up certain things on this track when we do this action, which is increase reputation. And I think we can increase reputation using any items at all, but let me just increase reputation. 1 or more fulfilled request cards to increase the reputation for a specific good by 1 level and immediately gain coins equal to the new reputation. To increase a good, the crafter must discard a number of fulfilled request cards for that good equal to that good's current reputation. For example, if the crafter reputation level 2 for curios is 2, the crafter must discard 2 fulfilled request cards for curios to increase their curio reputation to level 3. Okay, all right, so that's interesting. Okay, we are done with that. So we move on. So we go back to a new day and we determine weather again. So we have, sun again. So we've got rain, sun, sun, which doesn't activate anything for spring. But we do have this new symbol, which is an event. I believe, yeah, it's an event card. So we have to draw an event card, and there's only one here. So this event says, a sudden crashing sound booms across the town. At the source of the commotion is a pile of wood set aside for construction that has collapsed. Trapped underneath it is a panicked-looking creator sprite. Sorry. It cries out, "Help! I was only trying to tidy up the pile." The terrified sprite is carefully freed and gives thanks before embarrassedly scurrying back into the forest. Read event 2. So that also goes out of the game. So, put loads of things back in the box. So, event 2. The creator sprite was freed from under the woodpile, returns to town. He introduces himself as Ponk and takes your group into the forest where there is a gathering of many unfamiliar sprites. You overheard them talking about your town, occasionally in a surly tone. Once they noticed your presence, however, they scattered and hide in the greenery. Ponk looks embarrassed and scurries away as well. How odd. Perhaps they got shy. So we shuffle in events 3 and 1, 4, 6. So number 3. And 1, 4, 6. Wow. I always think about this. How do they decide where these cards go? Why 1, 4, 6? Seems so random, doesn't it? I kind of like it though. So only 2 cards, so I will shuffle these. Michael Newsom, hi there. How goes it so far? Yeah, good, Michael. I'm enjoying it. It's very chilled out, which I appreciate. So we have 2 new event cards. Okay, so how are you doing, Michael? So that coffee was nice. Just got some new coffee. So. Resolve weather effect. So we've done that. So we perform a town action now. I do think that we need to get one of these new places into play, and we can do a trading post or a general store, but we need 2 of either production or income. So the question is, what do these 2 do? So the general store means we can do an extra character action for 3 coins, and the trading post, we can spend 2 to change 1 resource into another resource. Ooh, that would be quite good as well. I think this might be quite good because it would get us, you know, a lot. But we have to look. So we need production or income. And production and income cost 10 for us. So we can't do that right now. We need some more coins. So, more coins. We could hire another worker. We could go on another adventure. I think we should hire another worker because we just need to spend 2 coins. And we'll hire that worker. And then, because I want to get... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Yes, I'm going to sell one of these. So because we've hired that worker, we have to do sprite actions for our town event. So we will do this action. And we will sell. So we're going to sell this one, this birch. And when we do that, we get a new request. So this request comes out. And this is 2 leather at level 2 and 1 birch. So 1 canvas at level 1. So we have a canvas there, so that's pretty good. So that's our town character action. So we gather materials. So we draw materials out of our bag. A 1, 2, 3. Um, so we need, I think I'm just gonna refine all of these. So it'll all go in there. Get some more materials going. And then we can do worker actions. So let's definitely do this one. We really want to do leather, but I think we will do leather. But, what do we need? I think we'll go here and put one canvas into the bag. And then I think we'll use this die to put one leather into the bag. And I'm going to leave that worker. So that's the end of that turn. So we return our worker, our character, return our workers. So this one goes back to the tower, becomes a 3, which is good. And we don't have any requests we can fulfill. So that's the end of that turn. So next day. Yeah. Okay, so it's rain. So we have sun, rain, which doesn't activate anything. If we had something in our track, we would move it up, but we do not. So we perform a new town action. I really want to get coins. So I think I'm going to go on another adventure. So we draw the next adventure card. And this is Wounded Animal. On your travels, you hear a shaking in a bush. Pulling the foliage back reveals a medium-sized furry animal, unlike any you've ever seen. Large haunches suggest it's fast. Small horns suggest it'll defend itself, and alert eyes suggest it'll suggest some intelligence. Right now, though, one of its rear legs is wounded, and it needs your help. So A, mend the animal to the best of your ability, clean the wound and bandage the leg. Take it home because it looks delicious. One club to the head and it won't know where any better. No, look, we've got to look after it. So we'll do A. So we're aligned with sprites for this turn. A nearby sprite spots your good deed. They tell all of their friends. So this is all of our sprite die go up 1, so that's great. It's not quite what I wanted. I wanted some money. If we'd eaten it, we would have lost. Oops. So now we have 2 strength sprites. So that goes out again. Okay, so now we're home and we perform a character action. So we are aligned with sprites. So I really want to get some skills going as well. So I think we will get what haven't we got in here? Birch. So I think we'll put birch into the bag. So let's gather materials. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, where's that leather? Okay. So we will use this birch to move this birch up. We don't really need to do that. Got leather here. Let's use one paper to move up one of our papers. Actually, let's use another one to move this one up to 3. And then this birch, I think we'll just progress this birch up as well. And then we perform worker actions. So I think I'm going to, with this one, move this paper up. And then I'm going to put this to 1 to put another paper in the bag, because I'm hoping to get this up to here to get the 3 coins to make 10. Okay, so that's our worker actions. So we return the crafter, we return our workers, and we can't fulfill a request. So we go to the next day, determine the weather. Okay, so we have sun, rain, rain, which doesn't activate anything on the spring chart. So then we look at another event. So here we go. About the tribes. Fix greets your group and apologises for the confusion with Ponk in the forest. He got overly keen. We sprites are secretive and don't warm to outsiders easily. Fix taps herself on the chest. Well, not all of us. Sorry for not warning you. She then explains that there are 6 sprite tribes, of whom some have uncertainties about humans being here. Fix suggests you find a way to show them your good intentions. Shuffle in events 4 to 7. Okay. So, events 4, 5, 6, 7. Shuffle these together. There we go. So that's the end of the dawn phase. So we perform a town action again. We have 3 paper. We don't have 2 birch at all. No, we can't do a skill. I want to get this money, so do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to clear another space. Oh, it costs 5 though, doesn't it, to do that? I'm going to go to the longhouse and I'm just going to get a coin. Because I need money. So, character action. So, because we've gone to the longhouse, we can align with either. So let's get some leather into our bag, because that's what we need. So we gather materials. Oh, do that again. Oh, good. We've got lots of leather this time. 1, 2, 3. This is great. So, I'm going to upgrade this paper. So that goes back in the bag. And then I need 2 leather. So I'm going to refine this leather to level 2 and put this leather into level 1. And then for my worker actions, I'm going to use a sprite to go here and sell this. So when we sell this, we increase reputation. And get 3 coins. Let me just, I know I just read this, but it's actually different here. So let me just selling, sell. I'm not sure. As it says later, to resolve this action, the crafter can discard 1 or more fulfilled request cards to increase reputation. Gonna have to check again. Mythwind, crafter, increase, reputation, sell. I think it must be the one that it refers to. I mean, so I'm going to sell this. So I get 3 coins. And I increase the reputation of this. So this goes up. So now I get 2 coins for selling scrolls. I think that makes most sense to me. And I could use this one. I'm just wondering if I need to. In fact, I will, because I'm going to do this and increase this leather here. So yes, I've got enough. Okay. So I've used my workers, my 2 sprites, and I return my character card. Return workers, so both of these get rolled. Okay, they both go to 2. And then fulfill a request. And I can fulfill this request. So 2 leather at level 2 and 1 canvas at level 1. And I get 2, and it'll just be +1. Yeah, so I get 3 more. So let's put 2 back and get a 5. And I also get to do this action, which is draw a request. So this one comes down here. And I get to draw a request. So that's good. So we've fulfilled that request. And it's the end of the day. So we go back to the start of a new day. And it's a cloud. So we have cloud, rain, cloud, which doesn't activate anything. But we do look at another event card. So this event card is Swamp Sprites. The swamp sprites aren't hard to find living near a large swamp at the valley's edge. They aren't too concerned about your group or the town either. Even as you speak to them, it feels as though they're ignoring you. You could try being nice and putting on a campfire party for the swamp sprites. You may put on a campfire and lose 1 culture, which would be fine for the trading post, for the general store. Shuffle in event 48 if you do, otherwise shuffle in event 49. Set this card aside. When you have resolved events 4 to 7, shuffle in event 8. Should we lose 1 culture? I'd quite like to woo them, so I'm going to lose 1. And shuffle in event card 48. When you have resolved events 4 to 7. Oh, wow. That could take forever. 4 to 7, so we've got none of them at the moment, so that's fine. So we'll keep this here. So that was our event. So now we can perform a town action, and now I'm going to improve town. So I'm going to spend 10 coins to move up income. So now we have 2 income, 1 production and 1 food. So we can start the general store off. So we're aligned with sprites. We don't have any of these, that's the only thing. But hey. Now we're looking for either to get a skill or get birch going. We've got one of those at 1 already, so we need birch really. And we're aligned with sprite, so let's put birch into our bag. Oops. And then we will draw 3 things, or 1, 2, 3. So we did draw birch. I think we'll just get, well, we have to get the birch going. And as far as paper goes, we could get this up to level 3, which might be quite good. Let's do that. So we'll spend these 2 paper to move this up 2 levels. Oops. There you go, back in the bag. And we do not have any workers at all, so we can't do any worker actions. We need to resolve that. So we go to dusk, we return workers, can't fulfill a request. So we go on to the next day. Okay, so we've got rain, cloud. Nope, that doesn't correspond. We can't move up a building. So this time I am going to do the construct action. And we are going to construct the general store. So with the general store, we have to spend, this is a 1 to 2 player. So we spend 2 income, 1 production, and 1 food. And then this has a construction queue number next to it, which is 1. So this general store goes in number 1, which is cool. So that's our town action this turn. We are now aligned with villagers. So we can do our character action. Just notice that's a bit messed up. Okay, so our character action, we can put in canvas, leather, or birch. Or we could sell something. You know what I'm thinking? when I did this, I should have discarded one of these, shouldn't I, to increase the reputation. So I could have increased boots or scrolls, but because I increased scrolls, I'm going to discard this. And I think when we discard these, they get shuffled back in. Yeah. These go back in here. Yeah, of course. Okay, where was I up to? So I've just done that. I just was thinking about what character action I was going to do. I think I'll put leather in to the bag. And then I gather materials again. Draw 3. It's got leather and 2 paper. Oh, so I could get paper up to level 5. I'm going to put that one leather in there. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to put these 2 back in and increase paper 1, 2. So that's my character action. Don't have any workers. So dusk a return. And we can't fulfill a request again. So we go to the next day. And this is the last day. And we have 3 clouds, which doesn't trigger off anything in the season, but we have another event. So this event, unexpected help. It's been a while since you threw the campfire party for the swamp sprites. It was hard to tell what impression you made that night as they slumped off afterward. The swamp sprites aren't the most social bunch, even by sprite standards. However, some townsfolk are convinced that they have started to see the occasional glimpse of mushroom-like creatures leaving useful items around the town. They may be reclusive and shy, but you appear to have made some new friends. This turn, each character may take an additional town action. Your alignment will be determined by the first town action you take. Okay, that's cool. So that's event 48. 148? 48. I don't remember when we put that in. Okay, so I can take 2 town actions, which is awesome. So I'm going to... Oh, that was the nice event, yeah. The first one we go to, I'm going to buy some people first. Am I? I haven't got enough to do I've got 3. Have I got a leather at 2? No. 3. No, I can't do a skill. Okay, well, let's go on an adventure, and that means we can have either alignment, which is good. So, sunken cave. Lounging by the seaside, you spot a grotto partially submerged in the tide. Exploring it, you see a scattered pile of goods. Looks like someone's pack washed up here. There's also a submerged tunnel nearby. You could swim it, but the tide is rising. Search the goods and leave with your findings before the tide comes in. Push your luck and swim into the submerged tunnel. Should we do a... We're going to get a good for that, and that's fine, but I think we'll push our luck. Okay, so it's determined that we have villager action. B, you can surface into periodic air pockets to breathe, but the tunnel's longer than it looked, and you're forced to turn back. Upon your return, you see the tide has washed the pile of goods away. Okay, so we didn't get anything. We're aligned with villagers. But we can do another town action. We only have 4 coins. I think we're going to go and hire someone. We'll just hire 1. And let's hire this one because they've got 3 energy on villagers. We're aligned with villagers as well. So that's our 2 town actions. So we can perform our character action. So we could sell this cedar, but I really wanted it to keep it. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put a cedar into the bag. And then we draw 3 goods. Wow, 3 paper. Okay, so let's refine 1 paper. That's interesting. Let's refine that paper twice. 1, 2. Because then I'm going to use this to... Oh no, I can't sell paper. So let's just gather. Let's gather 1. So there's 1 leather, which we'll be able to use to upgrade. So we've done worker actions. We return our character. We return our workers. Fulfilling requests we can't do. And then we go to get weather, and there is none. So we've completed the first season. So now I'm going to go through the actions to end of season. So resolve end of season actions. Some buildings have effects. Well, we do not have any of those. Resolve goal cards. So we completed this goal. Each character, to resolve the step success, the players read the goal in front of the currents. Then they resolve it, the appropriate effect on the back of the card as follows. Let's just zoom in again. Each character must go on one adventure. Well, we went on 2, so we flip this over. Gain a level 1 skill at no cost. Shuffle in goal 11. Okay, cool. So our goals. So we have a refine and a gather. And working fast. Move any material in the workshop to the next highest refinement spot. Oh no, that's not right. Spend 1 coin to increase a hired worker in your character tray. That's kind of useful. This is add 1 material to the draw bag, which also is quite good. Gathering is also quite. I mean, they're all useful, really. If I thought I was going to have a lot of money, I would get this, but I don't think I am. Add 1 material to the draw bag. I think I might try that one. Okay, so these flip back. So then we have to decide where this is going to go. And I think for the moment I will put it here, because I am probably going to get birch. So we have a skill. Woo! Shuffling goal 11. So that is done as well. So we shuffle this. And then we look at the top 2 cards. And we get to choose. So the highest town resource must be 4 higher than the lowest. That's quite difficult, because we're nowhere near that. We just got 1 at 1. And food must be 2 higher. We already have 1 food. Food must be 5 higher. 2 or higher. Okay, yeah, let's go for that one. So this one gets shuffled back in. And then this gold card goes on top. So that gold card will be for the next season. Reset the weather deck. We gather all the weather cards, shuffle them, and place them in the game tray as a new weather deck to use for the upcoming season. Hello, people. How are you? So that's been shuffled. And then change the season tile. Players remove the current season tile from the town board and replace it with the next tile. So we go spring into summer, of course. So we have a new set of icons. Regrow the forest. The magic of Mythwind Valley causes the forest to regrow rapidly. During this step, forest cards are added to the town board. Players ignore this step at the end of the first season. Jolly good. Okay, change character, optional. Okay, so that is that. So I think I'm going to play another season. So we start all over again. And we're going to draw a weather card. Oh, so it is rain, but we also advance a building. Advance the construction queue, so everything would move up if we had more buildings, but just the general store moves up. And we get the benefits at the bottom of this card. So we can get food or culture, and we get another sprite dice. So do that first. It needs to have something on it. It's got a 2. So now we've got 3 sprite dice. And then I know we need food to be at 2 or higher, so that's pretty good. But we have a general store now, so this adds more cards, more buildings. So we can build buildings with general store on them. So I'm just going to move them to the front. I think that's probably it. Yeah. So we have 4 buildings that we could potentially build next. We have a tavern, which costs 3 food, so we probably want to do that. We have a post office, which costs 1 food. And a monument, which costs 1 food. So I think it's a good idea to move our food up. We do need culture as well, but only 1. So I'm going to go for the moving up the food. So we've received the benefits of this. So now the general store becomes another place we can go to. So it's here now. So 3 coins, we can take another character action. For 3 coins. Okay. So that's the weather done. And now we perform our town action. I still need money. I want to have enough money to get a couple of these, I think. I want to build more buildings as well, but I think it said, didn't it, when we increase reputation, immediately gain coins equal to the new reputation. So I didn't do that. I think I should have got 2 more coins there. I don't think I did that. Doesn't really change anything for now. Well, town action. Maybe I should do another adventure. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think there's much else I can do. So, quarrelling workers. Just outside of town, you find two workers having a disagreement over 3 chickens. Both claim that they belong to them. So A, give all of the chickens to the worker you suspect is telling the truth. Give each one of them a chicken and keep one for yourself. I think let's split them equally, yeah. B, neither suspected this outcome. They're not happy, but not as angry as they might have been. So we're aligned with villagers, and all the villagers go down one. Oh, that's a shame. Is that everyone? Village eyes at tower, so that doesn't affect us. And there are none there. So we're aligned with villagers. So we do our character action. So I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to put birch into my bag, and then I can put any one I want into the bag. That is correct, isn't it? Yeah. So I think I'll put another birch in there. So that's our skill used first time, and then we draw 3. 1, 2, 3. So we've got paper, birch, and cedar. Okay, well. I'm going to refine this paper up to there. I'm going to put this birch there. I'm going to refine this leather. And then this cedar. What's that? That's cedar as well. So let's refine that cedar. And then I'm going to use this worker and I could gather something else. Or I could sell leather. Oh, I could do that actually. I'm going to sell this cedar. So I can refine something. So I'll refine one of the birches and I get 1 coin. So I've got 5 coins. So that's all the worker actions. So return my character, return my worker. And I still can't fulfill a request, but I'm very close to fulfilling that request. Okay, so the next day. Sunshine, and we would move a building, but I don't have one. So we perform a town action again. Now I do have 5 coins. Post office, we just need 1 of each. And at the end of the season, it will give us 1 on a goal. Oh, no, I'm going to hire, aren't I? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to hire 2 of these sprites. So now I am aligned with sprites. So I can do a sprite action, a character action. So I think I'm gonna I might as well put birch into the bag. I could sell birch, but I don't want to. So I'm going to put 1 birch into my bag, and then I can put any one into my bag. So I think I'm going to put canvas. And then I draw 3. A 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I can get this done. So I'm going to refine that canvas. Sorry, that birch. And I'll move this birch up. And I don't think I have any other canvas, no. So I'm going to just refine that as well. And then we can perform work actions. So first of all, I'm going to use one of these to sell this paper. So that paper gets sold and I get 3 coins. But I also get to increase reputation. So I'm selling boots. Boots go back in. So boots reputation goes up. And when it does, it's now at 2 coins, so I get 2 coins. And what else can I do? I've got this now, so I'm going to be able to complete this. Is there anything else I want to do? I could sell one of these to draw another request. That would be quite good. So let's do that. I'm going to sell birch. Yeah, I'm going to sell one birch. This birch to get another request. Okay. And I don't think I'll use that. I think I'll just keep it, maybe. I don't need to do anything else. I could sell something. No. Right. So that's the end of my worker actions. So she comes back. Return our 2 sprites. And we fulfill a request. So here we go. We've got 2 birch at level 2. We don't have one at level 1, but we have one at level 3. Cedar. So we've completed that. So we get 2 coins. So let's put 3 back. We have 5. Plus we get the hammer, so it's an extra 1. And we also get to gather materials. So I think this is just a 1 gather. Yeah. So just 1. So we've got canvas. So we've completed this one. And we've already got another one going. And that's good because we need canvas at 2 anyway. Okay. So we've fulfilled requests. So we continue with the next day. And it's rain. So rain, sun, rain is not a thing. And there's nothing on the card. So we've got 8. So dawn is done. We perform a town action. I think we might clear another space. You certainly can't start construction. Yeah, let's do that. So 5 to clear a space. I don't know. Let's do number 1. So this is any resource. So I think what we'll get is food is really expensive for us anyway, and we want to have at least 2 food at the end of this season. So I'm going to move food up another 1. And we'll have to spend food to start construction on another building. So that's our town action. Perform a character action. Canvas, canvas, canvas. We're aligned with sprites this round, so we can do the canvas. Yeah, that's a good idea. So we will put one canvas into our bag. And then we gather. No canvas. Leather, leather, leather. Oh, we could do a leather at 3. And we could complete this skill. So let's move up. The only thing is it's this. Having another skill would be good. Building our engine. So I'm going to move this up. And then these two we can just refine. So for loyalty, we can do loyalty now. And that would give us pay 1 to increase one of these. Spend 1 coin to increase a hired worker in your character tray. Yeah, could be useful. Okay, so now it's our worker actions. Maybe use one of these. I really don't have this. Oh, I need 1 canvas at level 2. You know what? I'm going to use 1 to put another canvas in my bag. Okay. And I think that's it. So this goes back. Fulfill a request. No, we can't right now. So on to the next day. Hi, Christopher. Nice to hear from you. Again, spoilers, but kind of mild spoilers in this one. Iridia. Yeah, I haven't played that for a while, but I'm going to get back to it. Isophian God, ISS Vanguard. How are you finding those two? Isophian God, I'm always like, it's expensive, but I think I might like it. Nice to see you. Okay, so we've drawn the oh god, the event card symbol. So we're going to do another event. So this is Called to the Valley. An elderly man rides into town on his rickety mule-drawn cart on an otherwise unremarkable day. He stops in the middle of the town and begins to unload. When questioned of his intentions, he simply smiles and says, "I've been called here by our Creator to be with you, wonderful people." All on his own, he begins to build. Place the chapel on the 4th space of the construction queue. Oh, interesting. That's nice. Because the only thing playing this on your own is it's slow to construct things. But then these take more. Not 2 players, actually. There's the chapel. So let's just look at the chapel. So the chapel, when it is constructed, it gives me 1 food and another sprite die. And then the chapel, at the end of every season, will give us 1 culture. So that goes in, oh, you can't see. That goes in number 4. So that's very nice. Okay, so that is done. What number was that? 146. Oh. Have we had any of the ones we're supposed to keep out? 4 to 7. No. Funny. So that was weather. Oh, but we didn't. Well, hold on. Which way do we do it first? Check season effect. So we should have done this first. So, oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. That's all right then. Sun, rain, cloud, which we don't have because we're in summer. So that's fine. Christopher, I back them, and yes, super expensive as I have to freight forward from US to Costa Rica, and that adds $100 to the price. My ISS Vanguard ended up being around $300, around the same for ISS Vanguard. Sorry, I didn't read. How goes it so far? Awesome, you're playing this one over. Oh yeah, no, I did read that. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's, you know, well, you've watched some of my playthroughs, Christopher, maybe quite a lot of them actually, and some games stress me out, especially when I'm playing them on a live stream. And what I'm liking about this is it's not too stressful. It's very chilled. It's very cozy, and it's not like, it has complicated aspects to it, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's Isophian God I would want to play. Okay, so we've done the event. So we're now going to perform a town action. So I've got a spot for this. I'm kind of needing money again. I think that's always going to be the case. What shall I do for my town action? I could pay 3 to have another character action. Oh, skills. I could get a skill. So let's just look at skills. So the Longhouse is a nice list of buildings. So the Longhouse, gain 1 coin or gain 1 skill. This building can be used by any number of characters each day. Yeah. Skills. Skills or abilities that can change or game effects. The most common way for a character to gain skill is to use Longhouse, which begins the game on the town board. More details about skills and their cost can be found in the character journals. Very Stardew Valley, yeah. I normally go for heavy rules games, but this one feels like a relaxing time when playing and having an evolving town. Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know from the games that I play that I like the the evolving games, things that I don't know about, and this one's light, but I love things like a building coming out that you didn't know was going to come out. I love all that stuff, and it's a very, what I would say is the upgrading system is very slow, and I guess it's like that because you can play it forever. But I'm already kind of thinking about expansions. But yeah, this is great to play on a live stream. For me, it's kind of like, yeah, I'm enjoying it at the moment. Yeah, so I'm going to go to the Longhouse, and I'm going to get this skill, and which one is it? Productive. So this skill I need to pay. Oh no, I can't get it. Is it that one? Loyalty. Yeah, it's loyalty, sorry. So I need to pay leather at 3, which I have. Canvas at 2, which I have. I don't have paper. Great. Can't do that. Didn't realise that was paper. Okay. So that's annoying. Let's go on an adventure then. Yeah, this is definitely like a Sunday afternoon game, you know. You just want to chill out. So, a meow from above. A sudden, pitiful cry from above startles you on your walk. Peering into the branches, you spy what looks like a little calico who's gotten herself into trouble. She's too high and doesn't know how to get down. The cat has drawn the attention of a small crowd of wood golems who look on with trepidation. What should we do? They ask. Enlist the wood golems' aid. They are small, but surely they know how to scale a tree. Climb the tree and rescue the cat yourself. I think we should ask them to help. So we're now aligned with sprites. A, roll all of the sprite dice. If any of the results are equal to 3, you've rescued the cat. If successful, gain culture. So this symbol, it's a little bit confusing, this, I find. Sprite die at the tower. No, that's not confusing. So I roll these 2. And I roll 2 3s. So I do get 1 culture. Now I think when we roll die like that, we don't re-roll them. They just stay. If an effect asks players to check for the highest or lowest resources and there is a tide resources. If a player instructs to gain a worker to the tower, if a player instructs to lose a worker is commonly rewarded through outcome based on the workers at the tower, like an alignment, but there are no workers at the tower. The player may choose their outcome. If a player is required to roll a die at the tower or from the supply, but all the dice are on the player boards, the action cannot be taken. If this prevents an event or adventure card from being resolved, shuffle them back into their respective decks and draw a new card. That's interesting. That doesn't answer my question, but I do think that I mean, there's no reason to re-roll those die. It's just a way of mixing up the die. So we were successful, which is good because we've got another resource. Oh, but hold on. This number is number 7. Okay, so I'm keeping this one because this says set this card aside when you have resolved events 4 to 7, shuffle in event 8. I like these sort of, you know, these sort of things as well, which move the story along. So I hold on, but that's not. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's one of those. I'm looking at the wrong things. So if these got, I'm just going to look at the numbers of these. 6, 7, 4. And that's 5. Yeah, that's fine. So I've done my town action, and now I'm going to do my character action. So I kind of want to, and who are we aligned with? Sprites. Yeah, so I have to do one of these. So I think I'm going to do... We need to do this one. Productive. No. This one. No. Loyalty. This one. We need paper in 1. So I'm going to do paper. I could sell something though. Actually, I'm going to do that. I'm going to sell paper. So this one goes back and I get 2 coins. And I get to, if I want to, I can sell something else. And actually, 3 leather, 2 and a paper. So I think I will sell this cedar. And when we sell that, we get to get another request card, which is useful. So we've got boots again. So that's my character action, and then I can do... Oh no, that's not my character action. So I get to gather. Silly me. So I'm hoping for paper. I decided by doing a poll, and I didn't get any paper. I did a poll, and I had the crafter and the what's his name? The crafter and the ranger, and I kind of just got this out first. I was going to put both of them together. I have put them all together now, all the 4 characters, but I kind of ended up with this, and I quite like this system, I think. So yeah. Oh, in last place. Yeah, I mean, so what did you go for? I don't have Innkeeper because this is just the base game. So is an Innkeeper with an expansion, or a merchant is the most difficult one. So I'm not surprised you're interested in the merchant, because you have to compete against people, don't you? Where was I up to? Okay, I've just gathered, so I need to do these. Productive. I'm just going to put that one into there. And I'm going to move this one here and then refine it to level 2. So we actually can complete this one now, which is good. Okay. So now I can use workers if I want to. Because I'm going to complete this is going to go out the window, the loyalty skill. But I might just pull something else from the bag. So I'm going to use that. The good thing about this is, though, Christopher, is that you can just swap. So you can leave the story as it is and play another character. Okay, so I'm not going to use this worker. Crafter comes back. Return workers, but this is going back to the pool. Ooh, another 3. Wow, good for me. And then we can fulfill a request. So 2 canvas at level 2 and 1 birch at level 1 completes this. So we get 2 coins plus 1. We haven't upgraded this yet, so we get 3 coins. So let's put 2 back and get a 5. And we also get to advance something. So I think we'll advance that paper. So that's our fulfilled requests. Yes. The problem is that I always play my campaign games with a party of 4. So, well, you could play 2 characters in this as well if you wanted to. You could play both of them. I would say compared to a lot of games, it doesn't take that much space up. So I think you could do it. You know, if you're playing, we know campaign games, they can be big. So you definitely have the brain power to do 2 of these. And the only thing is with that because you play simultaneously, there might be things that affect, but I think it would be totally doable. Okay, so where was I? We fulfilled a request, so on to the next day. Okay, so we're going for another event. So this is the fairies. Fairies aren't as reclusive as other sprites because they can fly. They live high up amidst the treetops. Getting there is going to take some special climbing equipment that must be built from scratch. As your group climbs, the fairies flit around, laughing and encouraging you. By the time you reach the top, you expect to find the fairies impressed by your efforts, but instead, they're nowhere to be seen. So we downgrade this 1 to 2. If culture is your highest resource, shuffle in event 50. Otherwise, shuffle in event 51. Okay, so it's not our highest resource. So event 51. Oh, come on, it's the next one. Set this card aside. When you have resolved 4 to 7, shuffle in event 8. Oh, I like that. I'm glad it's saying that. I thought it was just one card that said that. So We've got 5 and 6. So we need 4 and 7. Yes, and weather, we've got rain, cloud, rain, which doesn't activate anything. So it's our action. Party of 4. I mean 4 people. My group would kill me if I play without them. Oh, nice. Oh, it'd be great. I think this would be really nice at 4. Because there is interaction, but just not when you're doing your thing. I don't know how it will play at 4. I have a feeling not bad. Okay. So we've done weather. We're going to perform a town action. We have 8 coins. I really, really want to get one of these going. We're quite close to actually getting the post office in there. But we need gears production and income to be up 1. And that's 10 coins each for me. The tavern, 3. You see, the problem is that's 3 food. And I want my food to be 2 or higher at the end. So I don't really want to build that. I could build a longhouse. Doesn't use food, but I would need 2 production. So I think the post office is my best bet to get it on the board this round. I could also clear off another space. At the end of this season, I'm going to put, there's going to be a thing called growth, where we put back one of these things if it's a 1 to 2 player game. And the good thing about clearing things away is there are benefits on the back of these cards. But it seems a bit odd to... maybe I should get workers. I'm going to do that. So I'm going to spend 5 coins to get 2 workers. And I think I'm going to take these 2. So that is my town action. So my character action. What do I want to do? I've still got leather at 3. I now need, if I was going to do loyalty, I need canvas at level 2. I can do canvas action, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put 1 canvas into the bag. And then I'm going to draw 3. Oh, good, I got 2 canvas. And a paper. I'm just going to put this canvas here and then refine it to level 2. And I can do loyalty. And so I'll put paper in level 1 as well. So I can do loyalty in my next round. I might as well... I'm going to go here with my sprite and draw something from my bag. And it's another canvas. And I'm getting low on things in my bag, so I think... what's the best thing to do? Put this one or this one? I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna go down to 2 and we need 2 leathers, so we can't do leather with this. We can do canvas. Oh, I really want to do leather. Probably should have used that one on leather. Oh, I'll tell you what, I'm going to do this. Oh no, I can't use that. Yeah, I can't do that. But I'm going to put birch in there. I want to get a skill, one of my things up to here, so that I can use this increase reputation for these things, because I want to earn more money. So that would be good as well. But while these things are firing off, I might as well use them. Okay, so I'm going to stop there. So get our crafter back, workers back 2, and fulfill a request. No, we can't do that. So it's the next round, next day. So cloud, rain, cloud. No, still not activated any of those. But we have another event. This is the one we just put in, I think. So, where are the fairies? Although you have continued to search for them, the fairies remain elusive. Meetings are held in town to discuss whether they've been offended. A group of townsfolk spins tall tales all evening about what will happen if this isn't resolved. Meanwhile, a group of children play at pretending to be fairies. Fix disrupts the meeting with a laugh, and she points at the fairies watching the proceedings with interest. Gain 1 culture. If you already have built the tavern, gain 1 sprite die, but we haven't, so we don't. So that was 51, so that's not doing anything. Okay. Culture. So that's the end of dawn. Now we perform a town action again. I can do a skill, can't I? So let's do that. So we're going to do loyalty skill. So leather at 3, canvas at 2, and paper at 1. So we've done loyalty. So now we can rearrange these as we want. I definitely want leather. So I think I'm going to put... There's a hair there. I'm going to put this skill here. And as for this, maybe, yeah, there. So we've got 2 skills going now. So that's our town action. And then character actions. So we are aligned with either. So we're going to do leather. So I put 1 leather into the bag, and then I can put anything else I want into the bag. So I'm going to put another leather into the bag. And we draw 3. Mix these up. 1, 2, 3. Oh wow, we've drawn all leather. So we'll refine 1, and then we'll use these 2, which go back in the bag, to move this up to 1, 2. Although, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Either or. It means we put 2 leather back into the bag, so we're more likely to draw leather. And then I think, because I really need to get this, I wanna do this. I'm going to use this die to get another leather into the bag. Let's go leather crazy. And then, do we want to do anything else? Could advance something. I don't know whether I need to. I really want to get more money. I'm going to put 1 more canvas into the bag. Okay, worker actions done. Return on character. Return workers. So this one gets rolled again. Oop. Just the 1 this time. Fulfill a request. We can't do that. So, next turn. So we've got cloudy weather. So that is rain, cloud. Yeah. But we're advancing. So Chapel moves up to spot 3. And then we have a town action. Money. I really want to get more buildings on the go. I need money for that. I'm going to go adventuring. Okay, so you've never been here before. Choose one. Roll a villager or a sprite. If there are no dice at the tower, nothing happens on your adventure. After rolling the die, flip the card over and reveal the results. Once you've completed this adventure card, shuffle it back into the adventure deck. Oh, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to roll this one because it's got less on it. And I got a 3. So 3, you found a reserve of granite. Perfect for building foundations. Lose 4, gain 1 production. But I wonder, I've only got 3 coins. Adventure cards. I read somewhere about this. Ugh. I can't think where. What do you think? I don't know. I think I'm going to just spend my 3 and get the results. That's what I'm going to do. And once you've completed this adventure, shuffle it back into the adventure deck. Whoops. We have completed this now. I'm just going to mark this for now. So that was our town action. So now it's a character action. So we are aligned with... Oh. I didn't... we are aligned with villagers. So I can do one of these. So I'll do the leather, put leather in the bag, and then I can put anything else I want in the bag. So let's put birch in. And then we draw 3. One, 2, 3, and we've drawn leather, but not quite enough. Oh no, we have drawn enough. So we'll refine 1 leather and then upgrade it, refine it more, and refine canvas, and then refine that cedar. Okay. And then we can do worker actions, but I think we won't. I do kind of want to get more stuff up here to make this better, but there's so much stuff I can do, you know, there's so many different things I can do. I don't know. I could sell something. I'm going to get some money from this anyway at the end of the round, so I'm not going to use these. So no worker actions. So we come back, no workers to return, and we can fulfill a request. So, oh no, we can't. Yeah, 2 leather. 1 at 2, 1 at 3. And then 1 canvas at level 1. So yeah, we've done this, and this is boots. So we get 2 plus another 2. So we get 4 coins. Woohoo! Raking in the money. Look at us. And this is also a draw request. So we've completed that and we draw another one. Ooh, this is scrolls. Really, really want to get up here so we can use these. When do we get upgrading requests? Because there are different levels of requests. Don't know. So that was the end of our turn. And so we go back to the next day and draw a weather card. And it's sun, so that is cloud. Sun, no. I don't think we'll ever activate one of those. Nothing on the card. So daytime, perform a town action. So we have 4 coins. We're so close to being able to build that post office. But I need 10 coins to improve. Ooh, what shall I do? Money is tight. I feel like I might do another adventure, you know. If I get the same one. I don't know how these adventure cards progress, actually. You've been tracking down a prize buck. It's taken hours to get to this point, but the opportunity to line up your shot arrives as the stag grazes in the field. Suddenly you receive a blow to the back of your head and everything goes black. Oh, bloody hell. When you come to, the first thing you notice is the splitting headache you have. The second are the unusual large bare footprints nearby. Evidently, someone snuck up behind you, although they didn't take anything. There is no sign of the buck. Shuffle event 125 into the event deck. Okay. 125. So we are aligned with sprites. So what are we going to do? Oh, let's do some paper. Put paper in there. And then we will draw 3. A 1, a 2, 3. Oh. Okay. So we'll put canvas in and we will upgrade that canvas, and then we'll put leather in there. And we have 2 sprites. So I think we'll use 1 to put more paper in. The bag. And we'll keep the other one. So character comes back, we roll this die. And it's a 3. Gosh, lucky with that. Fulfill requests. No, we certainly can't do that right now. So next day. Oh, it's the last one. Sun. So we've got cloud, sun, sun. No. And we've got another event. So, rock golems. Rock golems are rumoured to live in caves and ravines. Strange rock formations are an indication that rock golems have been at work. While exploring the hills, rock golems appear behind your group. They wordlessly watch you build rock cairns, observing how you work together as a team. If the current value of all sprites is greater than villagers, shuffle in event 53. Yes, we have 7 sprites and 3 villagers, so 53. When you resolve, set this card aside, shuffle adventures 11 to 20 into the adventure deck. There we go. I was wondering how new adventures would get in. So we've nearly got, we need just number 4. So, sorry, shuffle adventures 11 to 20 into the adventure deck. That's nice. 11 to 20. Love it. So we've got lots of adventure cards now. Yeah, I was thinking, how is this going to run out? So we couldn't build another building. We're very close to it, though. Okay, I think I've shuffled that enough. So that was the end of Dawn, and now we perform a town action. So I really want to. I really want to build a building, but I can't. So I think I'm going to do another adventure, you know. I could spend 3 to do 2 character actions, but I kind of want to save my money, so I'm going to do another adventure. Okay. So this is adventure 12. You find a ridge overlooking a waterfall where the light sparkles. Through the mist, a scarcely believable creature swoops overhead. A white-winged fox dances in the sky, darting and looping before landing on a rock high up the falls. It stares at you intently as its wings wrap around the body. Suddenly, it dives off the ledge and hurtles through the air towards you. Impact is inevitable until the wings unfurl at the last moment. It is completely unbothered as it swoops inches above your head. By the time you look again, the sky is clear. It is gone. So we have two options. Run back to town and tell everyone. Keep this as a special secret for yourself. I think I'm going to keep it as a special secret. Yeah. B. Your secret keeps a smile on your face and a spring in your step. The creature's radiance drives you to new heights today. A keeper sprite recognizes your enthusiasm. They follow you home to find out what it's about. So this symbol means higher sprite die. Higher. Still learning symbols. To hire action allows characters to hire and gain the aid of workers on the town board. To resolve this action, the character spends 2 coins to hire 1 available worker or 5 coins. Adventure cards. Hire. Adventure cards. Hire. Die. Mythwind. Hiring a worker is a reward. Yeah, I'm accepting. Yeah, so it's from the pool. So we get one of these for free. I don't see that we would pay for that. And we're aligned with sprites. So I think we should put more paper in. We could put... No, we don't need to do that. I'm going to put another paper in. And then we draw 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. There's a paper and leather. So I think we'll upgrade this paper to level 1. So this goes back. And then we just need a leather one leather. So I think I'll put that in there. And we don't have any cedar, so I'm going to put that in there as well. I know you can't really see those things properly, but okay, and then we can use our workers. So I think I'm going to use this one to put another paper into the bag. And then we could advance one of these. But I don't think we need to, so I'm not going to do that. So that's our worker actions done. So we return our character, return our workers, and fulfill requests. And we can't fulfill that yet. Getting closer to it, but we can't fulfill it yet. So that is the end of the second season. So I'm going to do the next part. End of season buildings actions, but we don't have any. Resolve goal cards. So food must be 2 or higher, and it is. It's at 3. So we resolve this. Yes, gain 1 culture. Shuffle in goal 14. Oh, goal 14. Okay. So just adding goals every time. That's cool. So this goals out. We shuffle them. And then we look at the top 2. One, 2. And we have culture must be 2 or higher, which is at 3 at the moment. The highest town resource must be 4 higher than the lowest, which is what we had last time. So I'm going to go with the culture thing. These get shuffled again, and this goes on top. So that will be our goal next time. Reset the weather deck. So the weather cards get shuffled. And we change the season tile. So now spring, summer, autumn. And I have to say, it's not really done much. Maybe I've been unlucky, but it would be nice if it did something. Regrow the forest. So we have 2 forest cards. So what we do is shuffle the forest cards that are not currently in the town board, then draw a number of forest cards according to the number of characters in the game. 1 or 2 characters, 1 forest card. So we're going to be covering up again, but so if there wasn't an empty space, the forest card would go on top of one of our buildings of our choice. So we have to find that building again, really. Basically, it's become overgrown because we haven't used it. And then optional change of character, which I'm not going to do. So that is the end of the summer season. So we've done 2 seasons, and that's where I'm going to leave it for now. Oh, sorry, you didn't see all of that. But yeah, really enjoying it. It's a slow burn, certainly a slow burn, but I'm really enjoying it. I think I'm going to put it away and show you how it goes away. So saving the game, save the crafter, perform steps in this section. Return the crafter miniature and draw bag with materials inside to the game box. So she's going back in there. And this is staying in the box. Remove the crafter header. Place all of the crafter's coins and any extra materials into the tray. So they go there. Place all the request cards into a single stack in the following order from top to bottom. Bottom to top, sorry. Set aside request cards face down. Yeah. Unfulfilled request cards face up, so that goes there. The request deck for the upcoming season face down. I don't know really what that means. And then place and fulfilled request cards face up. Then place the crafter header back on the tray. Does it say anything about tokens? Got to put the tokens back, right? So the tokens go in here. In fact, I saw someone playing it on YouTube just with this header off, so that all their stuff was in the tray still, which I can understand why. So that's done. Remove the left crafter board and place any unused skills in the tray. Remove the middle crafter board and place the materials lying down in the respective slots. Yeah, so these go like this, which is pretty cool. So there we go. So they stay in there. These event cards, I'm going to put these, well, maybe it will say, but I'm going to put them face up on events. And I'm going to put this in here. So that's our crafter done. So this goes back on like that. That's all secure, which is great. And then saving the game. Players can save their game. Take all the worker dice from the tower and the tower board and place them in the supply tray, preserving the dice. Ah, yes, these go here. So there is a little divider. And then, this is so good, this tray takes all of these in. So they go like this. So all of this is preserved. And there should be another. Oh yeah, it's there. And then this has top on it. So look at that. And then it doesn't say anything about cards, but these can go in here. Oh, actually, there is a. That's interesting. And these cards go on top here, obviously, which I hadn't realised before. that can go on there. And then all these cards, I'm just going to stick in here. They are kind of the used cards. These tokens, I don't really know why they're here. And I think another bag. That's it. So everything then goes on top. So it's super easy. So all the books can go on top. And that, and then, look at that. There you go. It's all packed away. Wonderful. Okay, so yeah, a couple of hours play. Really enjoying it. I mean, it actually weirdly, it's not similar at all, but it reminds me of Legacy of You because the game, the turn structure, the round structure is very sort of like, for your character, is very the same. There are more decisions, I guess, more places to go and more decisions to do, and then obviously the evolving narrative is slightly more involved than Legacy of You as well. But yeah, I really like it. And a big thing for me as well, maybe this reminds me of Legacy of You as well, is that it's so easy to put away. For a solo player, I really love that. So yeah, I'm colour me impressed at the moment. You know, I think it's, I can see why people don't like it because there isn't an end goal, and I get that, but I love just sitting down and playing a game, and if it goes on forever and I'm enjoying it, that's fine for me. But yeah, there we go. So thank you so much for watching this. Please like this video. I have a Patreon now, which I just started today, so it would really help me. The lowest tier is just £3 a month, and that would just help me keep going. And there are other tiers as well, and I'll be putting stuff on there once I get some people. But thanks so much for watching. Thank you, Christopher, if you're still watching. Lovely to have you. I need to think about Isophiring God. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. I'm sure I will be playing this very soon. Bye.